evening, guys. I hope you're all having a good day. I'm gonna be playing some Broken Sword 2. I haven't played this since last week, I think it was, so I want to see how much further we can get. Before we head on in, for those of you who go on YouTube quite a lot, Bumblebeeshibby is my channel. Feel free to subscribe, like, share, comment, and watch as many videos as you like. And don't forget, hit that follow button on Facebook and click the bell icon and select all live notifications if you'd like to be notified every time I go live. Right, let's continue on from where we left off on the last episode. Oh yeah. Hey. Hold on a second. Okay, right. Wait, can we go? Here we go. Right, this is one. I was gonna say. Have a look.
The machine was broken.
What have we got? Ooh. Take that.
That vine rope could be useful. The machine was...
Oh, so we got... Have a little look-see.
It would have been a shame to tamper with the elegant bridge. It seemed to be working just fine. It was a pile of damp leaves. It was heavy. I guess that was intentional. It seemed to be working.
Wait, is that go on there?
The leverage from the...
Okay. Shout up to him.
Hello? Anyone home?
No, anybody home? No, I just feel.
It seemed to be working. The iron rim of the water wheel would have torn the skin from my fingers if I'd touched it.
Just think. Maybe I can chuck that up there. Maybe. Don't want that one. I thought so. Right. How am I gonna start a fire?
It was a pile of damp leaves. The water wheel had been built to provide a natural source of power. The wheel had a rim of roughly beaten iron. A wooden box was connected to the nearby water wheel.
I will figure this out.
The contraption consisted of a crude wooden wheel with wooden slats.
Okay. Oh.
The vine provided a drive belt. The cone was
Put the worm in there? No. I'm actually going to use another hint. Okay.
I placed the bank statement over the desk. It seemed to be working.
And what? Oh, I fucking keep pressing the wrong one. Now to light it. Ah, there we go.
As I held the fetish to the iron rim of the wheel, a shower of sparks cascaded onto the leaves.
Quick, man! Put out that fire! I've got a sick woman up here.
Sorry, Father, but I needed to attract your attention.
Well, that's one way to do it. Go on, George, put it out.
Who are you? And what do you want?
My name is Stobart, George Stobart.
I'm Father Hubert. I don't suppose you speak French.
Huh? Why do you want to know that?
I found a young woman with a fever by the river this
Ah,
morning.
it's Nico.
Poor girl is close to death, and there's nothing I can do for her but pray. I don't understand her, but I think she's speaking French.
Hang on. That must be Nico.
Where do you think you're going?
He's
I've
not gonna
got
let me
to
have
see Nico.
Please, my son, I know it's hard for you, but the girl needs rest.
What are you doing out here in the jungle?
God's work. Not quite the destination I had in mind when I set out, but you know what they say? Mysterious ways and so on.
You didn't plan to end up here?
No. I was on my way to the miners' camp in the north. I was stuck here when my boat capsized on the river.
That's exactly what
Okay.
happened to me. How long have you been here?
11 years.
Fucking hell, 11
That's
years.
my girlfriend you've got in your treehouse. What's the matter with her?
She's been bitten by a venomous river snake.
Oh, nasty.
Can't you do something for her? There's a cure, isn't there?
I ran out of penicillin and morphine years ago, but the local people speak of a root which they believe will counteract the poison.
I guess we're gonna go and have to find that route then.
Where can I find this route?
I don't know, but maybe the shaman at the village can tell us.
Will you show me the way to the village?
Me? Oh, but
Can't. Nico's life depends on it.
you're right. Of course, but I can't go as a representative of God with a priest collar.
A creased collar? You mean you put your personal attire higher than the life of a sick woman?
I will not go to that village looking anything but my best.
Give me your collar. I'm sure I can find a way to press it.
Thank you, my son.
There was obviously more than a...
Okay. Decreases collar.
So there I was. It's a strange world.
Okay.
The press worked surprisingly well on the collar.
Alright, let's get it back to the priest and then he can show us to the village. Oh, I picked up the wrong one. And then hopefully we can go get a cure for Nico.
Here's your collar, Father.
Thank you, George. You probably think it a little odd of me to make such a fuss.
Oh, no. If I'd been living in the jungle for 11 years, I'd be completely screwy, too.
Screwy? Yes, perhaps I am. Ever since my last visit to that village.
Alright, let's ask him some more questions.
What happened at the village?
I forgot my vows. I let myself be overwhelmed by the beauty of this unspoiled paradise.
To be fair, he's got a pretty sweet tree house. I'd be pretty happy with that, to be fair.
You know, you should be writing romantic novels. Did you experience some kind of a physical liaison at the village?
Yes, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I found myself doing the monkey dance.
The monkey dance? What's that?
I've never heard it called that before. And I didn't want to pry any deeper into Hubert's murky past. Now you've got your collar back, will you take me to the village?
I've still not finished my sermon.
Look, Father, I still don't know why you're so reluctant to visit that village, and it's none of my business. Whatever the reason, it can't be more important than saving Nico's life.
You're right. I must be crazy. We must make haste if we're to reach the village before nightfall.
How far away is this fucking village?
By the time we reached the village, it was sunset.
Hello, boys.
Speedos.
Glad to see you're still wearing the underpants. What?
They're the best Christmas present we ever had, Father.
Mine are too tight.
Well, we all have our cross to bear. This is George. He has a request to
Mine are
make.
too
I'm afraid
tight.
I can't stay.
We all
Good
have our
luck,
cross
George.
to bear. Okay.
That's a relief. I never feel comfortable with him about.
Me neither. These damn pants keep riding right up my butt.
So, what do you want?
My girlfriend has been bitten by a snake.
So, everyone in my family has been bitten by snakes.
I was bitten by a dormouse once.
She's real sick. I hoped your wise man might have medicine.
Oh,
Wise
my
man?
days.
You must have the wrong village.
Father Hubert said there was a wise man in the village who could help me.
Ooh, he must mean the old man, the shaman.
Are you going to stand by and let my girlfriend die?
Of course not. What do you think we are, savages?
We'll start the preparations for a cremation feast.
I'd like to see the shaman, please.
You can't just go walking in there and demand to speak.
Why not?
You have to
Oh, yes,
observe
I
the
can.
protocol. The shaman demands tribute.
Tribute? You mean like a gift?
That's right.
The eternal question. Give me a clue. What kind of things does your shaman like? Does he have a hobby, a favorite sport?
You insult us. The shaman lives on a higher plane.
Oh, right. Maybe a book would be more suitable. Or a jigsaw puzzle? Don't you just hate choosing presents for people you don't know?
Yep, don't you just.
Here, he'll like these biscuits.
If you say so.
Nah, he's not gonna like the biscuits. He might. No, he's come back with them.
He liked the biscuits, especially
Ooh.
the black ones. He wants to know if you've any more.
Oh,
This
Matt.
stone is what brought me here.
That's a spirit stone. I wouldn't touch it if I was you.
You're right. It could be cursed.
Would your wise man have any use for lipstick?
Not in that color.
Haven't you anything in black?
Of course I don't. Look, I know it's not much, but I want your shaman to have this.
Do you expect him to eat that?
He's an old man, you know. He might choke.
Oh, these two guys are so funny.
This cone could have 1,000 uses.
Yeah? Like what?
A protective helmet?
I don't think so.
There wasn't much point in sending the imp. I put my lucky piece of coal.
Try that.
Stop.
Oh, I don't want to speak to him. There we go.
Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
I'll give them to him.
Oh, what's gonna happen?
The shaman didn't want the black rock.
Okay, you can have something else then.
I put the Mayan stone in the empty box.
Right, let's try that.
Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
I'll give them to him. The shaman wants to talk to you.
I hoped you would.
thought he might.
Well, it's been nice to talk to you guys.
Right, now we can move on.
That woman certainly wasn't the...
Oh, come on.
I couldn't think of...
There he is.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Please, sit down. Welcome, George.
Thanks.
It has long been foretold that a white man would bring the coyote stone to this village.
Ooh.
I don't suppose this would be any use to you.
It sure would. This wax on a stick will change our lives.
What do you want it for?
To decorate our bodies for the monkey dance.
Why is Father Hubert so reluctant to visit the village?
I don't know. He used to come here a lot, but then he just stopped. You'd think he'd want to spend some time with his kids.
Did you say Father Hubert has kids?
3 girls and 5 boys by my reckoning. All conceived in the same week at the Feast of the Monkey Dance.
No way.
My girlfriend's been bitten by a snake.
Dear.
And you want me to heal her?
That's the idea. Can you do it?
I'm not sure. My gums aren't what they used to be.
Listen, my girlfriend's in a coma. Please, old man, give me the root.
What root?
Father Hubert told me of a root which could cure the bite of the river snake.
There's nothing sacred with these people. That was a secret, known only to members of my tribe.
If that root is my chance of saving Nico's life, then I want it. Fast.
There is time yet, George Stobart. Time to learn why you were called here.
Yeah, I think we should learn why we were called here.
Fine. If I listen to your story, then will you give me the root?
The eel travels far, but still returns to the place of his spawning.
And look, I'm running a tight schedule, so can you skip the riddles?
Many years ago, when the world was young, the great god and king Quetzalcoatl was defeated by trickery and deceit. His enemy Tezcatlipoca took his place as leader and demanded terrible human sacrifices. A group of loyal priests found a way to trap Tezcatlipoca. But his powers were so great, they knew he would not remain trapped forever. His time of incarceration would end with the eclipse, which marked the close of the 5th age. So priests fashioned 3 obsidian stones which contained the power to seal the mirror for all time. But before the stones could be put in place, they were seized by the invading Spanish.
But how did they trap Tez, the evil god?
They built a pyramid which they told Tezcatlipoca was dedicated to him. At its center, they fashioned a huge mirror of perfectly smooth obsidian. Luring him into the pyramid with praise and flattery, they used sorcery to ensnare him in the mirror.
Sweet.
There's an eclipse of the sun due very soon, isn't there?
Correct. The eclipse which marks the ending of the Fifth Age will come before the next full moon.
Less than 2 weeks. I didn't really believe that Tezcatlipoca would return, but I figured Karzak's plans were in some way connected. Suppose I was to believe there was anything in your story, other than the rambling delusions of a seriously wacky old man. Suppose I was to swallow it, hook, line, and kitchen sink. What then?
Then you would see that the fate of the human race rests upon your shoulders.
Oh, that's a big one.
Do I get anything to help me combat Tezcatlipoca?
Like what?
Well, a magical weapon?
Get real, George.
What happened to the stones?
They were taken by the Spanish to the coastal town that is now called Cuaramonte City. Only 1 stone reached Spain. The other 2 fell into the hands of buccaneers. The Jaguar stone was captured by an English captain, El Draco. The Eagle stone was taken by a pirate called Ketch. The 3rd stone, the Coyote stone,
Ketch.
reached Spain
I recognize
safely.
that.
That is the stone in your possession.
Tell me more about the Eagle Stone.
The stone was loaded onto a galleon with many valuable artifacts plundered by the Spanish. But shortly after leaving harbor, a terrible squall blew up and damaged the ship. The ship was intercepted by a bloodthirsty pirate, Captain Ketch. Ketch made short work of overpowering the crew, stealing the treasure, and sinking the Spanish ship.
Where's the Eagle Stone now?
Nobody knows for sure. Ketch retired from piracy and bought an island in the Caribbean.
Tell me more about the Jaguar Stone.
Captain
Many
Ketch,
centuries
right?
ago,
That's
fort of
to do
Cuaramonte was
with
entered by
Return
a
to
ship
Monkey
flying
Island
Spanish
or
colours.
Monkey Island,
The
one of the
captain,
two.
the
You
man
go
known as
to the
El Draco,
house of
sent
Captain
soldiers
Ketch.
ashore. Only when the soldiers arrested the mayor did the people realize that they were English privateers. The mayor was held hostage while the soldiers looted and plundered the city. Amongst the treasures they stole was the Jaguar Stone.
Where is the Jaguar Stone now?
I suppose El Draco took it back to his homeland, across the Great Sea.
To England. What do I do when I find the stones?
Bring them here to me, and I shall prepare you. The stones must be taken to the heart of the pyramid. Only there can they be used to seal the gate by which Tezcatlipoca will return to this world.
Okay.
Now do I get the...
Here, make haste if you... The hummingbird.
Now you're talking in riddle. Listen, is it okay if I crash here? I've got no chance of finding my way through the jungle.
You're welcome. Tonight's the night of the monkey dance.
A little later.
I left the village at dawn. It was just like sneaking back to my... Except Oakland didn't have...
Right, that needs to go under there. We need to put the root into there as well.
The cone was... As the liquid was squeezed from the root, it collected.
That's one bit I do remember from playing it years ago.
Look, Hubert, the antidote.
Well, what are you waiting for? Give it to the girl, quickly.
pretty sweet tree house, isn't it? I'd be well chuffed with that.
Nico. Here, drink this.
Oh, George, it's horrible.
Just swallow it down. Okay, try and rest now, darling. You'll need all your strength when we go after the other 2 stones.
Other stones? What other stones? What have you gotten me into now, George Stobart?
Well, the patient is sounding more like her old self already.
Ah, we're going over the Caribbean Sea.
Nico recovered quickly from her fever.
What am I going on about?
To save time, we decided to split up and look for each stone independently. I traced the pirate ketch to a remote island in the
It wasn't Monkey
Unfortunately,
Island.
the master from piracy, he'd retired to a place
was
that was
this.
later called Ketch's Landing.
Yeah, no, it was this game. My bad. Go and have a look. Oh, nose rings like... There we go.
I just had to sneak a look at those plans.
Gonna tell me off, is he?
Hey, get out of there.
You know, wherever Paris, Syria, Ireland, or Spain, makes no difference.
What do you think you're doing?
I was trying to show some interest in your project.
I'll speak to him.
Hi, is this Ketch's Landing?
Yeah, that's right.
My name's George Stobart. You're a surveyor, right, Mr.
Bronson. And of course I'm a surveyor. Why the hell else would I have a theodolite?
I don't know, hobby maybe?
Yeah, right. What brings you here anyway?
I'm searching for an ancient Mayan artifact.
What is it? Some kind of jewel?
No, it's obsidian. A black stone with supposedly mystic powers.
You're nuts.
Look at this. An article about a total eclipse of the sun.
Oh, yeah? Listen, I don't want to be rude, but it just comes naturally. I really don't care.
Alright, mate.
This is similar to the stone I'm looking for.
What makes you think you'll find it here?
Because when the stones were stolen in the 17th century...
Hold it. The stones have been lost for 300 years?
Approximately.
Yep.
And you're hoping to find them again? You're nuts. And why here?
A wise old Indian shaman told me he saw the stones in a vision.
Ha ha. That's rich. Listen, I got work to do, okay?
Catch you later, Bronson.
Go over here. Good. Good boy.
You want to buy some fish?
Nah, I don't like fish. What's your name?
Rio. It means river. What
Rio.
about you?
George. It means... well, it's just a name. Do you know anything about a forthcoming eclipse?
No, but that explains why the weather's about to get real bad.
Rio, it's a beautiful day. There's no more than a whisker of cloud in the sky.
Trust me, man, it's going to get real bad.
Do you know anything about pirate treasure?
Man, that's all stories. There's no such thing as a real pirate treasure.
No school today?
No, sir.
What about your education?
I can fish, sail, and swim. I've been looking after myself since I was 6, and I'm bilingual.
Aren't you a little overqualified for a beach bum?
Well, you know, there's a lot of competition.
Is it true that
Okay.
Captain Ketch lived around here?
That's right. That's his house up on the hill. It's a museum now.
Yeah? That's exactly what I need. Thanks, kid.
You won't get inside, you know. The old ladies close it down.
What do you know about Captain Ketch?
Just what everybody knows around here. He was a pirate and get himself hung.
He got himself
Who
hung,
are
did
these
he?
old ladies you mentioned?
Miss Frost and Miss Mina Ketch.
How come the old ladies closed the museum?
It's Bronson's doing. Him have the plans for redeveloping the museum. They kind of regret it, you know. The man's a crook.
Will you help me get those plans?
I don't want to go nowhere near that man. He promised to drown me when he found the fish I left in his sleeping bag.
Nice. Okay, I'm just gonna have a quick break, but I will be back in a minute. Right, that's better. So I was just trying something to eat quickly. Okay, let's go back. Let's go up to the house, I suppose. I bought a lemon cheesecake, and it was so good. Let's go talk to these lovely ladies.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Good afternoon, Mr. Stobart. Would you care for tea?
No, thank you, ma'am. I don't like tea. Is that your cat?
Yes, it is.
That's Ruddles.
Do you like
Ruddles.
cats, Mr. Stobart?
Ruddles, yes.
I love them. They're so cute with their claws and their little puckered butts.
Aren't they, though?
Don't encourage him, Mina.
Can you tell me anything about Captain Ketch?
More than you can tell me about your great-great-great-great-grandfather, no doubt.
You're his descendants?
Certainly. Captain Ketch was born in Dorset, England, in the reign of King Henry VIII. His family were undistinguished farmers, but young Frederick Ketch decided to go to sea.
We have plenty of seamen in our family, Mr. Stobart.
Are you interested in history, Mr. Stobart?
Oh, my days.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am. You were telling me about Captain Ketch. Do go on.
Oh, yes. He sailed under Hawkins.
Jim
Hawkins.
Hawkins?
John Hawkins, one of the great traders of the Elizabethan age. In 1568, Frederick Ketch was a young man serving aboard the Jesus Hawkins' flagship. They sailed from England to Africa and across the wide Atlantic to these islands. Ketch was never to see the shores of England again.
Okay.
How come Ketch never made it home?
Because the Spaniards sank the Jesus in an act of treachery.
You said Hawkins' fleet traded between Africa and the Indies. What was it they were trading?
Black men with no shirts.
You have to understand, Mr. Stobart, that this
She
was
sounds
the
like she's
16th
loving that.
century.
But that doesn't alter the fact that Hawkins and Ketch were slavers and pirates.
Would it surprise you to learn that Hawkins was also a devoutly religious man?
He transported slaves in a ship named after Jesus Christ. In my book, that makes him a hypocrite. What happened to Ketch? Was he killed?
Oh no, he got away and returned to this island, to this very house.
The Frederick Ketch Memorial Museum.
Nice.
Is it true Frederick Ketch was a pirate?
Frederick Ketch was emphatically not a pirate.
They hanged him, you know. Down there on the beach in front of his family. Didn't bother with a trial. Just whipped him out from his breakfast table and hoisted him up in chains.
Oh, that's
Well,
nasty.
if he wasn't a pirate, what did they hang him for?
Envy. Pure green-eyed envy. He had been a successful privateer, you see, and had accumulated great wealth.
As rich as a mink in a paddock.
Shut up, Mina.
Yes, Frost.
The small-minded governor and his lackeys wanted his money, trumped up some ridiculous charge about breaking the conditions of his letter of marque, and hanged him like a common thief. The blackguards!
Letter of marque?
The document that permitted him to engage and destroy the enemies of the crown.
Okay.
The difference between a lawful privateer and a pirate. Yoo-hoo! Sorry, Frost.
Well, why didn't Ketch just say, take a hike, guys, I've got a pirating license?
Frederick Ketch was not a pirate.
But he did show them his letter of marque.
But they destroyed it and hanged him anyway.
That's mean.
I've been talking to Rio, the little fisher boy.
I'll thank you not to mention that little wretch in my presence.
Dirty little whelk. Nasty fishy boy.
That will do, Mina.
I gather you don't have much time for the little boy.
They don't like him at all, I don't think.
Mr. Stobart.
Yeah, well, he's only, what, 11, maybe?
A knave with one hand on the tops.
What is it about Rio that you don't like, Miss Frost?
Well, once upon a time, he and Emily...
Be quiet this instant, Mina.
Who's Emily?
What can you tell me about Emily?
Emily? What business can she be of yours?
Her parents were killed in a typhoon.
We, as her only living relatives, took it upon ourselves to raise the child.
It's good to know Charity isn't dead.
Oh, but she is. Washed overboard in the typhoon.
Mr. Stobart wasn't talking about Emily's mother. He was being sarcastic.
What else can you tell me about Emily?
How dare you pry into our family in this way?
Well, you run a
refuse
fucking
to
museum.
answer any more of your impertinent questions.
Let's talk to the cat.
Hi, Puss. Want to play? Hey, cat. The ladder extended easily. It was locked.
The house is closed.
How come?
It is undergoing refurbishment.
Refurbishment? Where are the workmen?
Preparation is half the work, young man. The intention is to prepare the museum for the new century.
The Frederick Ketch Memorial Museum. It would look nice in neon.
A museum for a pirate? There was a stony silence.
As I have already told you, sir, he was not a pirate.
Okay,
It's
whatever you
precisely
say.
the sort of vile misrepresentation that Mr. Bronson is seeking to rebalance.
Oh? How?
Mr. Bronson has kindly agreed to undertake the museum's refurbishment at a very reasonable price. He understands the importance of a sense of history.
Funny. That's not the impression I got of Bronson at all.
He also understands spherical geometry.
Mina?
Well, he does.
Listen, ma'am, I came a long way to visit this place.
If we make an exception in your case, Everyone will want to get in.
Pardon me, but I didn't exactly have to fight my way through the crowds.
You're the second visitor we've had today.
No,
Second?
I'm sorry, but it's impossible.
You're really fond of that cat, aren't you?
He is our companion and our solace.
I thought about catnapping the little monster until they let me in, but it wasn't my style. Maybe there was some other way I could use their affection for the cat to get me into the house. Okay, it was time for diversionary tactics.
Let's have a
thought
go.
I saw a little girl down on the beach.
You must be mistaken.
He must be mistaken. Mustn't he, Frost?
I'm sure I'm not. A little girl and that young fisher boy.
What? It's not possible. What were they doing?
Oh, the kinds of things that all little boys and girls get up to at their age.
When I was a little girl, we used to play cows and milkmaids.
Woe
Cows
betide
and
you if you're
milkmaids.
lying to us, Mr. Stobart. Heaven help you.
With a creak of ancient corset.
Down.
The window was locked.
Thank you for the like. Hope you're having a good day.
It was locked.
How am I gonna get this fucking ball right? I need to.
I wasn't going to.
Hit it with that.
Nah, I didn't have.
I need that really. Right, let's go back down there. Go speak to Bronson. See what Bronsons are doing.
What do you think of Rio?
Fish boy? If he comes near me again, I'll throttle the little squirt.
Calm down. What's he ever done to you?
Socked me in the back of my skull with some kind of fish, that's what.
Tell me about the two old ladies.
Who? The Ketch sisters. One of them's crazy as a coot, and the other will turn you to stone if you're not careful.
Did you see the sisters go by?
Yeah, they wanted to string that Fisher brat up. Of course, I told them where to find him.
A fink as well as a creep.
But he'd managed to vanish somehow.
Catch you later, Bronson.
Could give him the worm. He could get me some fish and then I can give it to the cat.
What you got there?
I didn't think the kid would be. How come the old ladies closed the museum?
It's Bronson's doing. Him have the plans for... Oh, I know all about Mr. Bronson's plans.
Tell me about your friend Emily.
Why are you so interested in Emily Ketch?
Emily Ketch? A descendant of Captain Ketch, the pirate?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't bother you?
Why should it? We don't responsible for our ancestors.
Can you let me have a fish, kid?
I thought you say you don't like fish.
It's not for me. It's a present.
For the old ladies? Well, it makes a change from flowers and candy.
No, it's for their cat.
Okay. What do I get out of it?
I can pay you. I've got Quaramontian dollars, French francs, and traveler's checks.
You must be joking. The nearest bank is 3 islands away.
3 islands away, fuck that. We'll give him a worm.
Is this worm worth a fish?
Could be good bait. How did it die?
I think it drowned in tequila.
Just like my Uncle Gabriel. Yeah, I'll have that.
Yes, nice.
Okay, I'll get you a fish. It might take a while though.
Okay. We'll go back and speak. We'll have a look through his thingy-mabobby. What's it called? A theodolite. I think that's what it's called anyway. Never mind, Georgia bought a boat. Go back and speak to him. See what he's got to
Did
say.
you see the weird sisters?
Did I? They look madder than usual, so I hide until they're gone by.
Just as well. They thought you were playing with Emily. Boy, were they steamed.
Emily? You're madder than them.
There was nothing else I wanted. I didn't know the first thing about it.
I'll have to go back up and speak to them then. And then come back down and speak to the boy. Oh, they're gone. The door locked, isn't it?
It was locked. I couldn't think of any reason. No luck with the fish?
No, man. They don't want bite. That's 'cause they know there's a storm brewing.
Storm? I don't think so.
Hey, I got a bite.
Hey!
It's a big one. A real big one.
Reel him in, Rio. Jeez, it must be a whale or something.
Oh, it's a bicycle. Wow, tries.
Rustiest whale I ever see.
I still need a fish, Rio.
Okay, make me try again.
Maybe you better change your bait.
Hey.
There's a fish, my man.
I can't put it in my pocket while it's flapping about like that.
No problem.
Hell yes. Go on, Roo. Cheers, kid. We can go about our day. Go give this to the cat. Then we're gonna knock that thing off. Oh, wrong one. My bad. Click too high up on the screen then. Right, let's give the pussycat a fish.
Okay, cat. You don't deserve this, but here's a little fish. The little monster ate the fish, but never strayed. I wasn't going to risk further.
Okay. Fuck's sake. Gotta go back and get another fish. Okay, yeah. Let's go get another fish off of Rio and go back up there. I've just realised.
There's a fish, my man.
Thank you. Mead. Off of here. The bicycle.
The only serviceable part of you just never know when you're going to need stuff like that.
Knew there was something. Fucking. That's what the hints are for, though. I would have been there for fucking hours if I hadn't. Okay. Tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna put that on there.
I couldn't reach it.
Oh, get out the fucking ladder then, George. And then... No.
I'd have to do that for...
Oh, well, get down the ladder then. Oh, fucking hell. Common sense, man. Where is it? There we go.
That should get the old cat dancing. I just hoped it didn't give its...
Okay, now we can use that. Hit that.
Nah, I didn't have the throwing strength to knock the marker off.
I'll get up the fucking ladder then.
I didn't have a flag on me, so the flagpole would... It was a...
There we go, give the cat a fish in it. Right.
I didn't have a... I don't... Nah, I didn't have the...
No, I know. Just remember, I just figured it out and remembered. So we're gonna put the inner tube on the tree and then use the ball to knock the marker off. And then he should come up here, we'll take the ladder away. And then we can go look at his plans.
I put the ball in the cat... Took aim. Yes! Okay, so it was a lucky shot, but I'd knocked the theodolite target clean off the end of the flagpole.
Sweet! He's not a happy bunny about that one.
What the hell's going on here?
Hi, Bronson. Nice to see you, too.
You again. Have you been screwing around with my theodolite target? Where is it? I had to climb out of the window to put that one on. Damn it, I'm gonna have to go through all that again.
Not this time. The house is locked up and the sisters aren't here.
Hell's teeth! I'll have to put the spare target on the other flagpole. A whole morning's work wasted. I'm gonna fix all this and then I'm gonna fix you, you hear?
Yeah?
Ooh.
Fine. I'll be waiting.
Yep, we're just gonna take the ladder. There's a big fuck you, Bronson.
What you doing, Bronson? Just hanging around?
I'm gonna kill you for this, Stobart! Get me down from here!
What,
Nope.
so you can kill me? Gee, you talked me out of it, Bronson.
I felt a little guilty about leaving Bronson up there, but not much, obviously.
We'll take that.
The marker was a bright, shiny thing, and I have a weakness for bright, shiny things.
And we're gonna fuck off back down there and look at all your plans.
It wasn't going to be much use without the theodolite, though.
Well, I guess we'll take that as well. I think we can take it, I'm not sure. Yep.
With Bronson out of the way, I could finally get a clear look at the plans. Engineers but one thing was clear. These plans were for a 5-story, 200-roomed, luxury, pirate-themed hotel. Another stain on the bedspread of paradise.
Okay. Do we need something to do with that net? So let's go speak to him. Just double check. I don't want to go up and then there's no one. I've got to come all the way back down, if that makes sense.
Look here. Bronson's plans.
Was I right? Is that creep up to no good?
Darn right he is.
Right, okay. Let's go fuck shit up.
It was a net left to...
I think they should be back by now when I go up there.
You there? Why is Mr. Bronson hanging from that flagpole?
I love how they
He
just sat
climbed
there.
up there of his own accord.
Then help him, you stupid man! Quickly, before he falls!
Here, Bronson's plans.
This means nothing to me.
She's not wearing her reading glasses.
Ah, wait. Yes, I see now. I see it all too clearly. That man is planning to build a huge hotel. Bronson is a confidence trickster. Mina, we have been duped. I'm glad we didn't sign his contract.
Oh, I hate tricksters. Especially
Nice.
confident
We
ones.
got him.
Come, Mina. Mr. Bronson, you may consider yourself persona non grata.
Yes. Cave Canum.
Kindly disentangle yourself from our flagpole and eject yourself from our property this very minute.
Disentangle. Eject.
Hey, cut that out, you crazy old bat!
Ooh, they ain't gonna like that.
Mina isn't crazy, she's just engagingly eccentric.
Yeah, as
Got
a
itchy
bed bug.
back.
Ouch!
Lovely as this little vista is, I'd be really grateful if you could let me into the museum now.
Certainly, young man. We are most grateful to you for exposing this scoundrel. Mina, the lock.
Thanks, ladies.
Stobart, be a pal.
Right.
Get these harpies off me.
Well, I fuck. Stobart, be a pal. Fuck you. Here, my pal.
While George was basking in the sun-drenched Caribbean, I went to Dubby. It was a long shot, but I thought I'd start my search for the Jaguar stone at the British Museum.
Okay, so we're now with Nico. Wow. Okay. Talk to the girls. I'm pretty sure they just laugh.
Bonjour. I wonder if you could help me. What's so funny? Oh, never mind.
Ooh.
It was a stone identical in size and style to the Coyote stone. However, this stone bore the image of a jaguar.
Oh. Just gonna have a little looky.
I didn't
around.
want the mask, although it certainly reminded me of somebody.
Excuse me, miss. Please don't touch the exhibits.
I had and
I want to double check everything.
perhaps I'm a Philistine, but old It was a small, flat square of polished obsidian. Nothing like the one I was looking for. According to the caption, this was the scrying mirror given to Dr. John Dee by Sir Francis Drake.
Okay.
I didn't need to.
Let's speak to this dude, the attendant.
Can I help you, miss?
What can you tell me about the scrying mirror?
Ah, that belonged to the alchemist and part-time Elizabethan spy, Dr. John Dee. It was brought back from the New World by Sir Francis Drake and presented to him. It's Mayan, you know.
What is a scrying mirror?
It's rather like a crystal ball, and you can't see anything in it. Apparently, he had a partner who used it to talk with angels. If you ask me, you were barking mad.
Have you ever heard of an English sea captain called El Draco?
El Draco? Not a very English name.
I think that's what the Spanish would have called him. It was about the time of the conquistadors.
16th century. Oh, I know. That's what the Spanish called Sir Francis Drake.
Francis Drake? Have you got anything here that belonged to him?
Indeed, miss. We have a couple of artifacts he brought back from one of his journeys.
It didn't look anything like the Coyote Stone. This one was like a little black shaving mirror. Is the scrying mirror the only piece of obsidian Drake gave Dee?
Funny you should ask. There's another called the Jaguar Stone. He never liked it, though. Said there were angels in the mirror, but devils in that stone.
Can I take a closer look at Dee's mirror, please?
No, you cannot. That's why the cabinet is locked. They tried some
fair enough.
newfangled interactive scheme. And you can guess what happened. Bloody kids ran off with half the exhibits. Hands-on experience, my foot. In my days, it was hands off, I ask you. What do kids know about ancient Mayan civilization? Nothing.
You'd be
Can you
surprised.
tell me something about
Quite a
the
few kids
Jaguar
out there that are
Stone?
pretty
Certainly,
knowledgeable.
miss. The so-called Jaguar
And then there's
Stone
just
was brought
some
back
that
from
are
the
just
Americas
like,
by
yeah,
Sir Francis Drake
why?
and presented with, as you already know, the more famous scrying mirror to John Dee. The old loony didn't like the stone, though. Reckoned it was tainted by the devil. Come along, miss. I'll show you the mirror.
I've
already...
Yeah.
Oh,
I was going to say I've already seen it.
There. John Dee's famous scrying mirror, given to him by Francis Drake.
Do you know if this mirror has any relevance to Tezcatlipoca?
Who? Tis let you get... I can't even say it. Ah, there's someone here who'll be able to help you better than me.
Who is it? Ah, Professor
This young
Uvier.
lady has some questions to ask, Professor. I think she's from France.
Professor Roubillier?
Yeah? What? You two know each other, do you? Excuse me, the telephone.
Right, gotta be careful what I ask him now, I think.
We meet again.
Mademoiselle, France, eh?
Yes, I believe that's where you live, Professor.
I have a house there, on the outskirts of Paris, but I haven't been back for many months.
What can you tell me about the Jaguar Stone, Professor?
It's obsidian, from the Chichen Itza region.
Okay.
Professor Ubier, your taxi's here.
If you'll excuse me, I have some urgent business to attend to at the docks.
Can you answer me some questions about the Jaguar Stone?
Certainly, miss.
It's gone.
You just step this way.
It's gone. Someone's been in there and fucking robbed it.
It's gone. Some sods half-inched it.
Half-inched?
Stolen it, miss. Never mind. The silent alarm will have been tripped. I'm afraid nobody can leave until our crack security team gets here.
How long will that take?
Could be a while. I think it's their tea break.
The thief could be miles away by then.
Don't you worry about that, miss. Just don't try to leave.
It was too much of a coincidence that Ubier showed up and the stone promptly disappeared. I didn't have time for their crack security team to finish their tea. I had to get after him.
1 second. Let's sync up quick. Okay. What have I got in my bag?
There was nothing very useful in my bag, just a single hair clip.
Speak to him quickly.
I didn't think the museum attendant would be interested in a hair grip, not even a cute one like this. I didn't steal the stone. I was nowhere near it.
So who do you suppose did steal it?
It must have been Oublié.
Huh! Begging your pardon, but he's a man of letters. A professor.
So was Moriarty. Man of letters or not, he's your culprit. Don't you think it's suspicious that Oublié has urgent business at the docks?
Not in the slightest, young lady. He's gone to oversee the unloading of cargo. An exhibition of Mayan sculpture on loan from Mexico City.
What's the name of the ship?
The Xibalba Princess. Moored down by Tower Bridge. Why do you ask?
Just wondering. Look at this. The thief left this key in the cabinet.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
That makes the theft an inside job, right?
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
In other words, the thief was Professor Oublié.
Well, let's leave that for the police. I better phone them.
Right, we better go through this cabinet. For this curtain.
Hello?
I knew I had nothing.
Yes, I'll hold.
But I had to catch up with Oublié. The doors were securely locked. The key did. That's the kind of thing Georges would do. I'd already tried. That's the kind of thing.
I'm sorry, miss, but I shall have to...
Oh, but surely you do.
No, but you will have to make a statement to the police. You're a witness.
Okay. We need to look at this.
The doors were securely locked. The doors were securely locked. The doors were... The doors were... The cabinet was locked. That's the kind of thing...
Cabinet open with a key.
The key unlocked the case.
Oh. as well take that key.
I locked the case again.
Unlock that one. No, maybe it is just go to the door now. Yep, there we go.
I levered the handle.
Sweet.
The room had been decorated to resemble the interior of a sailing ship. It was disturbingly effective.
Okay, right, so go and have a little look.
March 20th, 1670 fix. Engaged frigate off Fan Salvador? It was garbage. Huh. I guess being a pirate didn't require too many academic qualifications. The passage went on to describe how Ketch had got wind of the approach of a fleet of English ships. It seemed the new governor had not shared his predecessor's views on Ketch's activities. They were out for his blood. Sailed to that place where I made secure my fortune. I returned safe in the knowledge that the governor shall not discover that which I had hidden. For is it not writ that 'tis easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle?
Okay. Right, let's go and have a look at this one.
That might come in useful in ticklish situations. Okay, I've had my hands on an historical document. Now what?
It needs to go there.
The chart fitted exactly into the recess on the top of the desk.
Hard a port, bosun. Aye, aye, Captain Stobart. She cannot take it, Captain. My lad's dead. Abandon ship.
Oh dear, he's funny.
Yow! I should have known better than to put my hand in there. Grandma Stobart had a nasty experience.
Oh, the cutlass. The cutlass.
It would have been easy to reach the cutlass and slip. It would also have been the most regrettable. It was a shiny and
No?
Two bells and all.
Pirates were cool. Captain Frederick Ketch, 1570. Around his neck was a cross. Maybe he was a part-time. The portrait might have made a nice souvenir.
Surprise!
What the? Who are you?
I'm Emily.
What were you doing in there, Emily?
Hiding. What are you doing here?
Grown-up stuff.
Grown-ups? I'm never gonna grow up, I'm not. You shouldn't be here. What's your name?
I'm George.
Pleased to meet you, Jaws.
George.
Jaws?
Jeez.
Make your mind up.
What can you tell me about Captain Ketch?
That's him on the wall, in the picture.
Yeah, I know. Scary-looking guy, huh?
He was my great-great-great-great-grandfather.
Yeah, you have his eyes.
Why don't you go play with Rio?
I'm not allowed.
How come?
'Cause Aunt Frost says I'm not allowed out of the house. That's why, Mr. Nosybeak.
Too bad.
Why isn't she allowed out the house?
Why don't you ask your other aunt if you can play with Rio?
Aunt Mina's cuckoo. Aunt Frost says so. She says when the Lord handed out common sense, Aunt Mina was off getting double portions of chin.
That Rio's a smart kid. He helped me outwit Bronson.
Rio is clever. He can spit ever so far.
I bet you can't keep this piece of coal in your mouth for the next half hour.
Could too. I could keep it in my mouth for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah? Go on then. Prove it.
Don't want to. And if you try to make me, I'll tell Aunt Mina.
Fair point.
Would you like to play darts?
No.
Oh, come on. I'll throw, you catch.
That's dangerous. Darts will stick in me and make me bleed.
Do you know how to use a theodolite?
We don't learn anything about surveying at my school. Not until 5th grade.
Okay.
That cross you're wearing, Emily,
It's my lucky Jesus cross.
it's just like the one Captain Ketch wore.
Uh-huh.
Can I borrow it?
Uh-uh.
What would you trade for that cross, Emily?
A puppy.
Well, I don't happen to have a puppy in my pocket right now. Can you think of anything else you'd trade?
Don't know.
Look, an ancient Mayan stone.
Is that a magic stone?
Well, I don't know about that.
No.
Why don't you run along and play?
Aunt Mina told me, stay out of mischief.
Well, that doesn't mean you have to stay indoors, does it? On a beautiful day like today?
There's a storm coming.
Oh, nuts. You don't know that.
I do so. I can see the whole world from the window.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm busy. She wouldn't have been interested.
Okay.
She wouldn't have been interested.
I need that. Is what I need.
Holding that lantern, I felt kind of... The lantern fitted so precisely in the ink...
What you doing, Jaws?
I put the lantern in the inkwell. See? It fits.
Why?
Because it was cut to fit.
Why?
Because sneaky old Captain Ketch made it that way.
Why?
What is with all the questions?
'Cause I'm interested.
Why?
'Cause I have the insatiable curiosity of the young.
Why?
All right. Truce.
Clever girl.
She wouldn't have been interested.
What to her?
There were several things.
Okay.
Whatever lived in that barrel could stay there as far as I was concerned. It would have been easy to reach the cutlass and slip it in my pocket. It would also have been the most regrettable action of my life. Any use for a quill?
What's a quill?
It's what people used to write with in Captain Ketch's days.
No, I'd sooner be fishing.
What do you give to a small, irritating girl who...
Try a conch. Delicate colors.
Yeah, why?
Usually because it's
cool. Have you got one?
Yeah, but
Why is your sister mad with you?
Well, last night when I got home with our supper, she went wild.
I know what to do.
Rio, she said, how come all you ever catch is puffer fish? What I want is tiger fish. I don't see how I'm gonna catch no tiger fish.
What do you need to catch a...
One of them real...
Okay. Right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back up. Oh, I've got itchy here. We're gonna go back up. We're gonna use the feather on the cutlass. Make him a quill. And go from there. One second, I've just got some messages come through. Okay, right, yeah, let's go in and do that. So go over here. That in there. No? Ah, okay. I thought I had to use it with the cutlass. Or the cutlass. Go back out.
The cat made short work of the feather, tearing it into a blizzard of small pieces.
And we're gonna give it to them. I'm probably gonna leave you guys in a minute as well. I'm just gonna finish this chapter and then I shall be back tomorrow. I'm pretty sure. Was it tomorrow? Wednesday? Yeah, I'll be playing The Witcher and Broken Sword. I was actually supposed to be doing fucking God of War tonight. But, yeah, I've swapped my days around.
Hey, this is just what you need to make a fly.
Thanks. Let's hope them tiger fish hungry. A deal's a deal. Here's a conch.
Okay, let's go. Back up there. Okay, let's give Emily the conch. Hang on.
Here, I've got a conch. Would you like it?
Dunno. Aunt Frost told me never to take presents from strange men.
I'm not a strange man.
Then why are you called Jaws, Jaws? That's a stupid name.
I'm not called... Look, conch, pretty. Swap for the cross, yes or no? Right, this thing's going out the window.
Okay, we'll do swapsies.
Nice. Gonna put it there.
Ketch's cross slipped snugly into the penholder.
What you doing now, Jaws?
Knock it off, will ya? There's something you ought to know. I don't buy cute or lost puppy. I've put your cross in this little hole in the desk.
Why?
Impulse, mainly, with a dash of irrational intuition.
Silly. Only women have intuition.
The lantern cast a strong light over the desktop. The light cast a shadow of the cross. And the shadow fell precisely over a small, unnamed island shaped like a skull.
Okay.
That must be it. Ketch's Treasure Island.
Uh-oh. That's Zombie Island. It's a bad place.
No kidding? Well, bad place or not, that's my next port of call.
Can I come too?
The hell you can.
I never get to leave the house.
Okay, I believe...
It was the portrait of... The portrait might have made a nice souvenir, but it was too large to carry. It was a shiny and very... It would have been easy to read. It would also have been the most regret... It was the portrait of... There were several things.
Go speak to Rio and then... He's got a boat.
Would you take me to, Zombie Island?
In this weather? You're mad, man.
The rain will keep the zombies indoors. Just say I did meet a zombie. What would you do?
There ain't no zombies on Zombie Island. At least, not anymore. It's uninhabited.
Good. What do you mean, not anymore?
You still want to go?
I guess.
Well, I ain't had no luck with them tiger fish. And with the mood my sister is in, I'll be safer with the zombies.
Nice, let's go. And we're off to Zombie Island.
So, this was Zombie Island. Somehow I'd been expecting something more sinister.
Hey.
Come on, Rio. Let's find that treasure.
No, thanks. I'm staying right here.
Oh, come on.
He knows
You
it.
said yourself there's no zombies left.
Yeah, but that was while there was a big pile of seawater between me and this place. All me have now is this little bit between the boat and the shore, and I'm hanging on to it.
Okay, right, well, I am gonna save it right there. Where are we at? 69%. Okay, lovely. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow, guys. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I shall see you all tomorrow. Bye.